Welcome to this class. This is Versus Creative Studios. Uh, this class is an introduction to Adobe Photoshop. We want to take a look at the various blend modes that are available to create designs in Photoshop. Before we take a look at different blend modes that we can be used to add effects or make changes to our designs in Adobe Photoshop, let's take a look at some of the features, some of the tools and parameters or features that are available in Adobe Photoshop. You have the panel here, the menu panel here, where you have the file, you have edit, you have image, you have layer, you have type for text, file for features, for opening, for quick access and opening of new documents. You have new for you open new documents. Documents have already been created can be opened through open. You can browse through Bridge. Bridge connects you to other files that are available on your computer. If you need resources or images or things that you use to create your design, you can browse through Bridge to find the resources you're using for. Is a quick access to your resources that you're using for your design. You open as smart objects. You can instantly open documents. You can access your instantly open documents here. Close your document, close all and all that. You have different panels or different pages open. So you can save as any file format you want. You can also export as PNG here. As PNG, export as. You can export as. You can export here as export here as also a JPEG. You can export as JPEG for exporting for the internet. Export as JPEG for PNG, for GIF, for that's emotion, short motion graphics. You can export SVG for motion graphics. You can use GIF, but you can so you can do as much as you can here and save your files. So here we have under file. You can also you can generate image assets. You can share on Behance here. Behance is a platform for where you can showcase have your portfolio and showcase your works. Behance is a creative platform for designers and creators. You can search for resources, different images and here, and you can do a lot of other things. You can you can do or undo here, redo or undo here, where you can redo or undo here, where you have usually have a toggle. Where you toggle back and forth to check your steps, your newest and oldest steps. You can choose undo. You can step forward, choose undo or redo. You can step forward or step backward. You can do a lot of other things. Copy, cut and paste. Usually have a shortcut for cut and paste is Control X or Option X. Copy or Control C or Option C for copy. If you want to paste, Control V or Option V for pasting. So you can search and for spell checking. You can check your spellings. We are working with information or you're working with text or information. You can check for spellings, the grammar, spellings of your text, of your information here on your design. You can find and replace text or words in your design. You can fill, stroke, and do a lot of other things. Transform, scale. You can make an image, a mesh, and transform your image to any shape you want. Scale, rotate, and wrap. You can wrap your image and make it any shape you want here. You can rotate your design and flip and horizontally and vertically here. You can do a lot of other things here. you have image. In the image you have the mode. It can be grayscale, it can be index, it can be duotone, it can be bitmap, it can be RGB color scheme, or CMYK. RGB is usually red, green, blue. That is actually used for designs that are going to be showcased on digital platforms like the internet, like on your mobile phone, on TV. Designs are going to be electronically showcased or presented or used are better done with RGB. When you are dealing with print, designs that are going to be printed, use CMYK, which stands for cyan, magenta, yellow, and black. If you are printing, use cyan, magenta, yellow, and black. And don't forget that Photoshop is a raster-based program. It's a raster-based application or program. We are talking about an application whereby your designs are being done, and the smoothness or resolution of design will not be it will not your design will not be as smooth as it is in its original size. When you increase, you begin to see the pixels, the tiniest pixels that make up your design. The higher you increase it, the bigger the pixels become. A pixel is a unit of a digital image. So thousands or millions of pixels are made for you to be able to see your design, your images as smooth as they are in their original form, except they are distorted or increased. You usually have a smooth image when the pixels are rightly combined. So the pixels, the smoother, the more the pixels, the smoother your image. So when you are dealing with images, you are dealing with raster application. Images that lose their quality, their smoothness, when their resolution, when you increase them in their program, in the program where you are designing. We also have vector-based applications or programs that allow you to make your designs as smooth as you can, whether you zoom in or enlarge it, or whatever size. You can increase to any size, and the images, the visual elements of your design remain the same, as smooth as they are at any size or any dimension you increase them to. So that's vector. Smooth designs are smooth and flat and smooth, and they can be increased to any size in the program as they are being created. As I said, you have raster. The pixels become obvious and visible when you increase your images, your design, visual elements in your design in a raster based application. So in a vector, when images are used in raster based application can be affected. The images used in the raster based application can only be affected. So smoothness of your designs are better done, are perfectly done in a vector based application such as Illustrator. So if you want to make a design that you want to maintain the smoothness at any size or dimension, you had better do it in Illustrator if you are used to Illustrator. There are other applications that you can use, but Illustrator is more preferred by most designers. So we have layers. You have image. You can make, as I said, you can make a trim and do other or whatever you want here under image. Layers has to do with layers. In Photoshop we make use of layers to make designs in Photoshop. Different layers are stacked together to make design. The layers are transparent. These are layers. They are usually transparent. They are transparent layers, like a book, pages in a book that are stuck together and are transparent. On each page, you have visual elements or different visual elements that are put on this page, when you see the book through its cover, they become a single design. So we have different layers here, different images or different objects are put together on in different layers, transparent layers, and make up this text is on a layer, is on its own. If I close it, close the layer or hide the layer, if I hide the layer, you can see you don't have it there. So we have, you can hide the layer. So we have, you have this on the layer, you have this on another layer, have this on another layer. So we have for layers, you can make different options are available to make adjustments to your layers here. You can copy, you can do whatever you want, add layer effects to your designs using layer in your layers. You can do a lot of other things. Group your layers. Usually, if you have many, you can also group your layers here. Create a folder. You can group your layers. You can also create a folder for your layers. Create a folder for your layers. A folder here for your layers. You create a folder for your layers and store up your layers. Group up your layers in different folders. You can delete. You can create a new layer here using this, or you can delete the layer. You can delete the layer. You can delete the folder. Likewise, delete the folder. So we have you can set for select. You can for type. For tab, you have the tab. You say tab. You're talking of text. If you're dealing with text, this is T for text. So you can do add fonts, make use of different fonts, and the arrangements of your text or alignments of your text can be done. You can do a lot of rasterize. When you say rasterize, you're converting your text, which is a vector image, to a picture, an image to a picture, a raster image. So it can be editable. Raster images are better, are easily edited or editable in Photoshop, because everything about images or photographs are better done in Photoshop. So we have select. You can select your you can select for selection, for highlighting and selection of your features, different visual elements in your design or features of your design. Or you can select the layers, can select all layers, can do a whole lot of other things using your selection options here. So filters, different changes or effects you can add to your visual elements. You can make 3D. You can filter gallery. You can open the filter gallery to see different. Let's say you have the filter gallery. If you want, this is filter gallery. You have different filter gallery options. If you want to make a comical image or cartoon, you can make use of filter gallery to create. If you want to make, probably do a painting like image. Here you have a painting like image. You can make your design look like a painting here. Add different features. Use different features here, different options available here to make. You can add strokes or make any adjustment to your using the filters here. So we also have you can adjust your lens and liquify for adjustment. So for adjustment of your elements of visuals in your design, or visual elements in your design. So we have 3D effects. You can do 3D effects here. You can blur and choose a lot of other options. Blur in under blur. You can choose a lot of options here. Distort, and you have add a lot of sharpen and stylize, and you can do a lot of other options. You have a lot of options that allow you to add effects or make changes to your design. You have view. Under view, you can view for assessing your design, visual features in your design. Different features in your design, the visual elements or visuals in your design. You can the zoom in, zoom out, print size, the actual size, view the actual size. Let's view the actual size here. This is actual size, print size. So you can, as before, I forget. Let's come here and see other image. Change the size of the image. Change it to, if you want the actual size, you can change the size of the image, which changes the whole size of the image. While canvas size changes the background, the page on which you find the image. And you come here under view, as I said earlier, to see the largeness or smallness of the design, which features in your design, the different elements or in your design. So you can zoom in, you can zoom out, you can zoom in to 100%, you can view to print size, you can view to make different adjustments to in terms of fit to screen, allows you to stay on the screen. So under Windows we have access to different tools or features in Photoshop. You can make changes to how the features in Photoshop, the different features or tools in Photoshop can be accessed. They are all accessible here. So here you have, if I want it, you can also animate in Photoshop. You can animate in Photoshop. If you want to do animation, you can animate here in Photoshop. If you want to see the timeline for animation, you can click here to access the timeline for animation. So we have feature different. If you can't see for adjustments, you can click on adjustment to see adjustments. Here you find adjustment panel. There are different panels that are stacked together to edit or make changes to your designs. So if you have different features here that allow you to add effects to your designs. Properties allow you to have access to different things, adjustments you can make with the elements or features of your design. If you choose a tool, let's say this text. You choose another tool. Let's say you choose a tool like a brush. If you choose a tool like a brush, you can choose to under this have under here you have under the property panel here you have access to make changes to any tool that is picked from the tool panel here. You have access to make changes to the size of the brush, the type of brush you are using, and the shape of the brush can be adjusted. And you can make changes to whether your brush is in this or that. So let's quickly go back to let's quickly go into what we are meant to do. We are meant to take a look at different blend modes that can be used to add effects or make our designs amazing. So let's take a look at different modes. Here you have different blend modes. Each layer has different blend modes. Usually the original blend mode you find in a new layer will be the normal blend mode. So you can change the blend modes. These are the different blend modes. It can be normal, it can be dissolve, it can be darken and multiply and all that. So when you have a dark object, you can change it. You can remove the dark object by choosing screen. When you have a white object, you can remove the white object by using multiply, and another blend modes are under darkening here, lighting here, overlaying here, and difference here, hue here has to do with color of the feature or the visual elements in your design. So we can make changes to any. Let's choose one here. On this, here you have this is color dodge. So if you change it to, you can change it to, let's say, let's say multiply. Multiply makes it dark. It allows the darker area to stay. While screen or light, anything like you lighting a screen, you color dodge, you linear can remove the lighter area. Remove the darker other, it removes darker area, the darker areas in your image. I think you can scrub it. The best way to know the exact blend mode to use, to scrub through, check through, just scrub through to choose the actual your desired effect. When you scrub through the different blend modes, just scrub through, and you see various blend modes that are available or suitable for your design. Look at this, I prefer this. And we have other features that allows other blend modes that allow you to. This is also excellent. So you can also, as I said, the blend modes allow the interaction between layers, different interactions between layers, where in their transparency, in terms of their transparency and changes that can be done using the blend modes. So here where we stop the class for today. I hope you've learned a few things, a few tips in this class. Thanks for being a part of this class.